What's up, everybody? My name is Jeremy Jones and I'm back with another video. Today I'm talking my weekly sneaker rotation, so stay tuned.
Got a lot of things changing in my life. Hoping one day I'ma get it all right. Brother is engaged, about to start a new life. Yeah, I haven't had a chill day. Really wanna vibe, appreciate the moments. I've been creating, not scrolling. Mom and dad still support.
Alright, man, I'm back with another video. Now, before I get too deep into this video, you'll already know what to do. Go and hit that like button. It really helps the channel out. And if you know, consider subscribing. I made content about sneakers. Alright, so let's dive into today's video. Just like I said in the intro, man, I am back with another weekly sneaker rotation. Now, this should be week 157 to the best of my knowledge. And if I'm wrong, feel free to correct the kid down in the comment section. Now, y'all already know I started this series off at the beginning of the year in 2023. And here we are. We're starting off another year here in 2026, technically, by the time when I drop this video, man. So pretty much if you want to get a sneak peek of what I'm wearing throughout the week, sign up for that sold out Discord. The link should be pinned at the top of the comment section. And it is free to sign up, or of course, you know, we continue to sneaker talk, but we got a food section, a sports section, a music section, you name it. If I don't get the content out in time, we're most likely already talking about it over there, right? Okay, and it is free to sign up. So pretty much, this was pretty much New Year's week, right? Okay, so pretty much starting off the New Year's, and to be honest, man, the kid was kind of just recovering off of Christmas, because I don't know about you guys, but it always feels like it's always back to back, and that's probably because it is, right? Okay, but pretty much, for Saturday and Sunday, y'all know I leave things off on a Friday and pick right back up on Saturday. But for this one, it's going to be Saturday and Sunday, meaning I literally just wanted to relax, man. I don't even think I went anywhere at all. I had no reason. Maybe went to the grocery store, if I even did that. So pretty much, I just kind of lounged around in my beaters and these other Yeezy slides. Pure colorway, my beaters, I know they're beat on purpose. And yes, I have other colorways. But to be honest, man, after pretty much, you know, chilling with family and pretty much just kind of recover, you know, financial as well, you know what I'm saying? Not that I'm struggling or anything, but you know, holidays, everybody tends to spend more. So pretty much, I just wanted to like pretty much relax over the weekend before I had to get right back to the work, because you know, the kid work a full-time job. So this was my Saturday and Sunday shoe, was a Yeezy Slide Pure. And if it seems like this one's gonna be a short week, it most likely is, because we're off again pretty much on New Year's Day. So anyway, this was my Saturday and Sunday shoe. Cool, now I'm gonna move right on to Monday. You know, the kid work a full-time job, like I just said. So pretty much I just grabbed something that, one of my favorites that, you know, we just picked up, I wanna say this year, and this was the Air Jordan 12 Taxis, right? Okay, arguably one of my favorite shoes in my collection, and I haven't been long picked this joint up. So nice fresh pair, even though I'm starting to see that I'm already getting these dirty, but I feel like it's a nice way to start off the week. Nice, smooth, classic shoe, and I feel like it don't get enough love, and I feel like if they did sell out, it was a slow sellout, but that's not what I do it for. And I always say this, in my sneaker collection, most silhouette is probably the second most silhouette, the 12s, and then it's got to be the ones. But arguably one of my favorite shoes in my collection. Y'all know I had bought like another pair on the resale market. I think those that dropped in 2013, and then I got them like later on, and then guess what? Sold them, and now I got these in place of it. So sometimes I will say this, man, just be patient in the game. If you don't always get what you want, this stuff seems to come back around. There's an exception to every rule, but majority of this stuff does come back around. But this was my Monday shoe, was the Air Jordan 12 Taxi. Cool, now let's move right on to Tuesday. Another shoe that took me a minute to break in, and I did have to go get these guys on the resale market, because when they dropped, it was during that whole pretty much, I guess you can say, pandemic time, where I don't think, I'll speak for myself, I couldn't cop a sneaker that I actually wanted unless it was for resale almost, pretty much. So pretty much this one I had to go on the resale market, and I'm talking none other than the Air Jordan 1 Georgetowns, right, okay? Arguably one of my favorite shoes in my collection. Now I admit, with this 85 cut Jordan 1, right? And I don't know about the bread 85 cuts because I don't have those, but these Georgetowns, I remember it took me a minute to get these joints to break in. I mean, they were really, really, really stiff. Now they're perfectly fine and I can wear them all day long and it's not a problem. Arguably one of my favorites in my collection too, that I really don't wear enough, but I do be taking care of these guys right here. Even though my favorite color is red, I feel like when done right, I told you guys I'm gonna be there every night, right? Okay, so pretty much this was my Tuesday shoe, was the Air Jordan 1 Georgetown. Cool, let's move right on to Wednesday. Even though I said I did just break in the Air Jordan 1 Georgetowns, and they are not as bad and they are comfortable, but I think it just motivated me to go full comfort pretty much on Wednesday, especially since it was like I did have to go to work, but I know I was gonna be off the next day. So I guess I was already thinking comfortable mode and I switched it up, you know what I'm saying? So pretty much I stepped in none other than the Yeezys right here, and these are the Wave Runner joints, right? Okay, these are one of the ones that first like dropped off that dad wave joint. Arguably one of my favorites in my collections. You really can't go wrong with the joint. I know a lot of people are not a big fan of Ye, and I know what he did basically, you know, in 2022, but the Wave Runners will forever be one of my favorites in my collections. And I like the OGs. I know they did other colorways, but I feel like this right here don't beat the OG. And this was a shoe that I will say when it first came out, I absolutely positively hated it until I seen it in person, and then I had to go grab a pair, and I've been in love ever since, right? I could arguably wear this shoe every day to work, but I don't want to destroy these joints. I want to make them last, but you got to wear your shoe if you want them to last because you don't want them to crumple on you. So pretty much this was my Wednesday shoe, was the Yeezy Wave Runner. Cool. So pretty much let's move right on to Thursday, which pretty much is New Year's Day, and I had planned to step out the following night, but I was like, you know what? I'm just chilling, man. I just chilled into the next day, man. I just kind of wanted to bring in the year just on some calm vibes, you know what I'm saying? Get my mind right and arguably just relax. I mean, I'm not like I was when I was like in my prime where, yeah, if I didn't do anything on New Year's, I feel like it was a problem. But now, yeah, I'm not really stressing over it. So pretty much, again, back in the crib, Yeezy Slides. This was on my Thursday shoe right here, pure colorway. I don't even think I went anywhere, you know. It's limited to what stuff is really open the next day. I mean, there's still gonna be some stuff open, but I feel like, you know what? I had everything I need. I made sure the day before I went and grabbed some stuff and made sure I was prepared to be in the crib. I just really just wanted to relax. Again, coming up off that Christmas vibes, and then we got holidays back to back. And keep in mind, I have been going to work as well, so, and still dropping content. So again, it's all about when you can relax, why not take the time and do that? So pretty much this was my Thursday shoe, was the Yeezy Slide Pure again, right? Okay, so I know I've already worn this twice this week, and then pretty much to close out Friday, right back at work. You know how it is, man. So pretty much went back to work and got right back to it, man. I mean, to be honest, just on some chill vibes and a shoe that I haven't worn in a long time. And I feel like borderline, the camera's not gonna do this any justice, but I feel like it's destroyed. And I would like to see Jordan Brand and this collaborator right here, and I'm talking none other than the Air Jordan 4 Travis Scott. Give us another version of this. I know there's other versions that are friends and family. This one, yeah, man, I just feel like the quality on these was not that great, but it's still one of my favorite shoes in my collection. Even though red is my favorite color, this is why I said when the blue is done right, I like these. Got the Travis Scott logo on the back if the camera does that any type of justice, but I think, yeah, this is one of my first ever Travis Scotts that I picked up, and then pretty much I just been trying to keep them, even though like they just kind of add up, but these wasn't that bad before the whole Travis Scott wave took off and Jordan wave took off, right? Okay, but overall, one of my favorites in my collection, and I've been doing my very best to try to make it last, but it's hard to find a good fresh pair, you know what I mean? Because we didn't know, I'll speak myself, I didn't know at the level of what these would probably become one day, right? Okay, and I did pay resale on these guys, but it come with the game. So a lot of my Travis, in fact, I want to say all of my Travis Scott sneakers I paid resale for, so I guess I just kind of accepted it for what it is at this point. So anyway, this was my Friday shoe, was the Air Jordan 4 Travis Scott. Cool. So pretty much that completes my weekly sneaker rotation for this week, man. Y'all sign off in the comment section and let me know what you wore throughout the week as well. I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of this thing and start rambling, man. Y'all be sure to hit that like button. It really helps the channel out. And if you know, consider subscribing. I made content about sneakers. Again, my name is Jeremy Jones, and thank you for watching, and I'm out.